Hey everyone, I hope everyone has a great day and a great week. My week has been a little crazy because my son started back school on Tuesday, and you know how that goes to get readjusted. Even if kids go to bed on time, the whole summer is still like a thing. Thankfully, he hasn't had homework yet, so yeah. I was going to record on Monday. I think I was tired. I've been tired. Okay, so before I get WWE, I don't know how people work out and aren't tired. Okay, I guess it's the shift from my 20s to my 30s because I used to go work out. I used to work out at nights because I don't know why. I'm not a morning person, so me getting up in the morning and just be like, oh, I'm going to work out is not my thing. Like, if I get up and work out in the morning, I have to be up for at least 2 hours before I decide to. Okay, so now because of my schedule, I have to do that. But before I used to, if I didn't work out, I would go to the club and dance. I wasn't a drinker when I went out to the club because I want to be aware and I'm a dancer. If I was going to a kickback, I would drink. But me working out in the afternoon, at night, if I didn't go out to dance, was a thing. But me working out during the day now, like I worked out, came back, ate, showered, read, got ready for work, went to work, picked up my son, came back. As soon as I came back, made sure he was fed. I fell asleep until Smackdown came on. Like I set my alarm to watch Smackdown because I wanted to see. Which I'm glad I did because tonight was excellent. Okay, this is the first time I felt like in the last couple of PLEs that the SmackDown or Raw before a PLE had me excited about the PLE. I think the last time I felt like that might have been Backlash. Like Money in the Bank, like SmackDown for Money in the Bank was good, but I think because I was more so anticipating the PLE, I didn't care what SmackDown was like. I think I'm not really anticipating this PLE. Like I could care less, kind of, in a sense of who wins for each one, even though I have my predictions. But the SmackDown was like really, really, really good. So first it started off with LA Knight, and he was talking about how he defeated his championship in DC. Now he wants to have an open competition in Berlin because it's the capital of Germany. And he was like, I just call this the capital title. And I was like, that'd be a new name for another title. They decided to do one. Also this week, was it All In and AEW? Ricochet and stuff premiered. Like, I don't watch it, but I watched him coming out into the ring. And people were, okay, so I'm gonna get on that. People were talking about how they love that he went to another company that he feels like he's going to thrive at, but they won't be watching him because they're not fans of the company. And I guess he responded in the sense of like, why wouldn't you, like, if you're a fan of someone, like, why wouldn't you? Like, something like that, kind of like in that type of sense. And someone explained it very well, like, okay, if I'm a fan of a certain person, like if a certain person comes to my team, right? And I'm a fan of them while they're on my team, and I become a really big fan of them while they're on my team. If they get traded or asked to get traded and go to another team, I'm not gonna watch them on another team. You know what I'm saying? Like for football. So that's what they were comparing it to. And I said, that makes perfect sense. Because that's how I am. Like, I love all the stars, well, most of them, that went from WWE to AEW, but I'm not going over there to watch it. I'm more of a storyteller type person, and I tried to watch it for a couple weeks. Also, I don't have cable, so that also helped. Is one of the reasons why I don't watch it. But I tried to watch it for a couple weeks when I did have cable. I couldn't get into it. The story part sucked. The matches were really good, and the only reason why I watched it at one point in time was because I loved when Samoa Joe was a champion. Jade was on there, and I wanted to see Like, she was just like beautiful. Like, I wanted to see her there, and then I wanted to, like, I'm a real big fan of Darby Allin in his matches, even though I'm scared to death every time he wrestles, and I'm a fan of Sting. Like, Sting was the main reason and the only reason why I watched WCW. But other than that, like, I could care less. So, like, even now, if they were to show, like, certain matches on YouTube, I could watch it that way, or clips on Twitter versus watching the whole thing. That makes sense. But Smackdown was really good. So Ludwig comes out, and he talks about his champion, and the crowd was cheering LA Knight, and they were showing the British commentators, and the one dude, Andy, he favored a skinnier, more tan version of Triple H. Well, to me, I was like, they look like they be related. But they were cheering Ludwig's name, and they came out and did a match. That was a good start of a match, a good opener. And of course, LA Knight won. I want to know who his next opponent to be. Honestly, I thought it was going to be Carmelo before the Andrade feud, because before LA was a champion, him and Carmelo was going back and forth with the quips. And I was like, it's either LA and Santos or LA and Carmelo going back and forth. So I was like, okay, so when we getting this? But we didn't. We got Andrade instead, which I'm here for, okay? Okay. So after that, we got the music came on. And I was like, who the hell music is this? Because I ain't seen him on TV in a while. Baron and Apollo, and then Legado de Fantasma, the cousins call themselves the Los Garzos. Am I saying it right? I forgot how Z is pronounced in Spanish. But they ended up fighting. Baron and them was winning for a while, and then Santos gave Elektra this look, because when Baron had slammed Angel on the announcement table, he gave this look, and then Angel had distracted the ref, and then Santos went and did something to Baron's shoulder on the steps. They was killing that match, and I was like, CNC is a real good tag team. Creed and Corbin, they're a really good tag team. Didn't think that would be a tag team, but whoever decided to put them together did a good job. Okay. So Legado de Fantasma won. I forgot what happened, but somewhere in the promo, I don't even remember what was said. Okay, but somewhere in the promo later on in the show, Waller had said something. Corbin had got into Theory's face, and then Theory basically confronted him on it. And I was like, it's about time you had said something, because this man been putting you under the bus or saying stuff for you, and you supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, tag team partner for about good 2 months now. Okay, I said, now when Theory and Waller break apart eventually, if they break apart, I said that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting, because and you know what, when Corbin was doing his part of the promo, and he was in Theory's face, I was like, he used to be a heel. And I know he used to be a heel, but like, I was like, I know people get older, and you could tell like who they have relationships with, I guess outside of the ring when they do certain promos or do certain moves in the ring, and who they really don't have a relationship with, because the people that they are closer to, they don't do moves as hard, and the promos and stuff like that to me kind of aren't as believable. So like when he said that, I was like, he used to be a heel sound like that? Because to me, it didn't sound believable. But I was like, okay. And then I was like, ASAP Down Under versus Creed and Corbin would be interesting. I don't know. I can't remember if they fought when they first got drafted against each other, because that was about 3-4 months ago. But I was like, that would be an interesting match. So then after that, it was Cody versus KO. Promo, and the promo was real subtle, and I was like, it was kind of like, it wasn't like subtle as in boring, it was subtle like, because to be honest with you, the last PLE, who did Cody fight in his last PLE match? I forgot who he fought, but the promos were so. Okay, before that, no. I'm right. I think I'm right. So they was it was real subtle, and I was like, this is real subtle and eerie, kind of like dialogue before somebody had a villain error, like because it was like real calm, both of them real calm, temperaments real calm, and then I was like, before they even, as soon as KO came out, and then I was like, he got on the blue KO because normally he's last couple weeks he's been having red, and I was like, oh, he got on blue Smackdown. So before that, after that, and then Cody comes out, but then I'm like, I feel bad for Cody, and I was like, y'all know KO is my favorite wrestler on SmackDown. Okay, Andrade got to be saved, and when Shinsuke come back, he might be tied for second. Okay, but because he crazy as hell. In a good way. But I was like, I'm trying to like I was like, the bad thing I felt bad for Cody because I was like, whether he win or lose, he gonna leave out of that ring bleeding. And I was like, and it ain't gotta be dripping blood, you know what I'm saying? It could be like a little scratch. Cause I'm like, KO, when he gets in this ring, it don't matter if y'all friends or foe, he gonna give you all he got, okay? And that's gonna be terrifying, okay? He can do just like Ivar, and that's why Ivar was like one of my favorites on Raw. They can do just about any move in the ring, okay? Which was astonishing for Ivar because I was like, he too big to be doing that, okay? But the fact that I think Frog Splash second, I think Logan has showed that video. He was like, I think Montez said did like the longest Frog Splash length or the highest, and then Ivar came in second, and I was like, that's crazy. Okay, so for that to that's what and so when they was talking and he was talking about, oh, I felt like he was gonna betray me and stuff like that, and KO was like, we got that different relationship, and he was like, everybody deserved this except for Kofi. And he was like, sorry again, Kofi. And all I could think about was when Woods, he had said that Woods had replied, I was like, so why did I deserve it? And I was like, so did Woods actually deserve you attacking him too? And I was like, I guess he felt like he needed to attack him because he didn't apologize to you. And then he was talking about how he wasn't 100% and he wants to beat someone that's 100%, which I totally get. I completely understand that because Drew said the same thing about Seth. And Drew was like, basically, whether he wins or loses, whether you're 100% or 0%, he wants to be champion regardless. But it's more rewarding and justifiable if you're 100% and he beats you. Because that means that you gave your all, you're at your best health-wise, and if he beats you, he knows that he's better and he deserves to be champion. Versus you being 25% and then him winning, and it's not going to feel like a real win. Y'all might have to do a rematch. So Cody kept saying that he's 100%, and KO was talking about, oh, why you ain't do your little knee thing when you come out? And people was like, oh, or whatever. And then he was like, well, I feel like you got a little resentment towards me because we came out and was in the same rooms, and then the spotlight would basically be on me or whatever. But they did the DBA for Germany, and it was up there. But France still got it. I don't care what nobody say. France still got it for the eastern half of the world that's been televised. I feel like if we get a PLE in Brazil or in Mexico, that might break France's DBA record or DB record. But as far as the eastern side of the world, France got that, okay? And that's just not with wrestling, okay? And I've been saying that forever. That's at concerts, that's at football games or soccer games. That was at the Olympics. Like France crowd, that's if they have another PLE in France, okay, or another concert, I want to go. Like that ambiance to experience that, it's got to be crazy. Like that's got to be crazy. And my son and I was watching before he went to bed. We do his we do his reading and stuff like that. We might play Uno or something like that. And we were watching the top 10 current entrances of WWE right now. And Jay being number one, and it was showing him in France. And I was like, that's great. And my son does it just like the dude that was recording him on the right. And I was like, the music ain't even start. As soon as he's here, ooh, so he's doing this. I'm like, they ain't even start the wave yet. They didn't even start the wave yet. Like, you already. The top 10, though, to be honest with you, was surprising to me because I would have switched some of them numbers around. Outside of like Jay's her debut outside of WrestleMania, and her when she's with the big three, for me, I would have, if I would have had to replace it with another woman like that has a bigger pop. I was gonna say Becky, but she's not there. I would say it would either be Bianca. Okay, because every time her music hits, where did that pimple come from? That's crazy. People go crazy. I would say Tiff, because Tiffy time, as soon as they hear that, the crowd goes crazy, especially depending on where she at. Europe loves her. Okay? She was in Australia. The whole thing for Elimination Chamber was like, the other person I would give it to is Bailey. As soon as she comes out, like when she came out tonight, they was who, and then they sing Bailey, Won't You Be My Girl? Like, that's who I would have gave it to. But yeah, so they were talking or whatever, and then after he said that, he dropped the mic and went up to him in his ear. I said, now hold the hell on now, because now I gotta figure out what the hell you said. I'm very much nosy, okay? I'm that type of person. I want to know what's going on. I get it from my grandma, but I want to know what's going on. I want to know what's being said, and then after I find out, I don't care no more. Like, I'm not gonna go blasting it. I don't know. I just want to be. I'm just nosy like that. Like, and I think it's part of me is because I like to collect information. I'm a collector of information just because. But if you tell me something, I'm not going to go back and blast it. At the same time, I just want to be in the known and aware of it if I don't pick up on it. So when I asked, I was like, so what he said? Now I was like, now I got to figure out what the hell KO said to Cody. And I got to figure out what the hell The Rock said to Cody. And I think he told us what The Rock told him at a press conference, but I forgot because I tweet and I make the videos after I release it into the YouTube feed or whatever. I forget everything I said. So that's why sometimes I be like, I know I've said this before, but because I don't the hell remember when I said it. Yeah, but then I asked, and somebody was like, he responded, okay, you asked for this. And I was like, okay. I said that's very much on KO's brand. So that could be what he said. I don't know if this person is from Germany and red lips or what, or he's just making that up. But if that's what he said, then I agree with that. So after that, it was Andrade versus. Oh no! Before that, it was the Giovanni. During the first match, I was like, now they've been teasing Giovanni's comeback, and I was like, it'd be funny if they said he's come back next week, but he came back early, and he interrupted the LA Knight, Ludwig match to get back at Kaiser, and then for injuring him or whatever, and have LA keep the title. But that didn't happen. But that I was like, that'd have been cool though. So then, what is this? Oh, that's stuff for school. So then, oh my gosh. So then, of course, one of my favorite matches of the night was Andrade versus Carmelo. So they go in production, okay? Y'all had the names on Raw, y'all do the recaps, okay? Which I ain't mad at. But the thing to put one person versus their op and how many battles they won against each other, I like that, okay? Y'all should have did that for Naomi and Blair. Y'all should have did that for Naomi and Tiffany, because they done fought about 3-4 times too. Like, what's the matchup, okay? And honestly, we can do Andrade versus Melo like we done did Stone Cold and Rock for some years, or Triple H and Rock, okay? Because they cook every time, okay? This man did like a half back spring, whatever the hell you call off the turnbuckle. I said, did he do a gymnastics flip? Sideways type jump before they cut to the daggone commercial. Then I was laughing because he picked up Carmelo and it's I said, why he pick him up, scoop him up like that? Their matches, I can't. If I go into detail, I'll be sitting here all night, like play by play. Their matches are so good, okay? Like, and now they're 2 for 2. I said they should have the 5th one at a PLE, okay? I don't know if Andrade is still the speed champion. Let him come out with a speed belt. He ain't got to put it on the line, but just let him come out with it if he is a speed champion, okay? And shoot, okay? Let the 5th one be at a PLE match, okay? These matches be fire. It's just like Dragunov versus Braun Breaker. Like, these matches could be PLE matches. They're so good. So imagine like a PLE match, like the street street fight match, or last man standing match, or falls anywhere match. One of them type matches for the tiebreaker be so dope. Okay, like so dope. So now Carmelo won. They 2-2. Okay. Excuse me. And then they showed the promo of, like I said, Vinci. So I said, okay, we know Giovanni Vinci is coming back next week. I said, so when my man Shinsuke coming back? Is he coming back next month, September? I said, I think last year when he left and went to like Japan on vacation for a couple months, I said, I think he came back September. And then he was causing hell between Jay and I think he ended up fighting Jay last year, Seth last year, because that match with him and Seth was everything. I think he fought Sammy. Like, he was causing hell all on Raw. Okay? I can't wait for him to come back and do the same thing on SmackDown. Then they showed the Bloodline promo with Solo, and he was like, I don't care who wins. I'm coming for the championship, basically. He's like, I done put my cousin under. We done put the family Wiseman under. And then he said he put his brother under. But I was like, he talked so low. I don't know. I thought he said Jay. I thought he said, I done had injured my brother Jay. I thought that's literally what he said. But he might have said Jimmy. I'm like, he talked so low and sonorous. Like, I don't know what the hell he said. Okay? And also, I was like, so is Cole, so did they switch Corey to Mondays, and now Cole is doing Fridays and Mondays, and then Corey is going back to being the colorful commentator, not so much the play-by-play person like he was on SmackDown, because until Pat comes back. And then when I looked at Alicia Taylor's Twitter, happy birthday to her, by the way. She was showing like her thing and how she's doing No Mercy tomorrow, and then she's doing the SmackDowns, and then she's doing NXT. So I'm like, now you're back to doing NXT and SmackDown. So my thing was either Mike Rome got let go, he quit, or he on vacation. But that's none of my business, okay? I was just like, you booked and busy, okay? I know that's right. And you booked and busy like that, and you're a hot commodity like that, that's a good thing. Use that to your advantage, okay? Because when contract time come up, that's more money for you. You negotiate it right. But and she's doing an excellent job. Like, I honestly missed her tonight. Like, I'm so used to now her being on Smackdowns. I miss the way she says certain people's names and things like that. Because then when she showed her thing, her schedule, my brain was like, so who's there at SmackDown? Forgetting that tomorrow's a PLE and Sam does the PLEs. But because I was like, who is there tomorrow? Who is there tonight? I don't know why. Okay. Can we get once in our lifetime though? For Pat, R-Truth, and Snoop to commentate one time together. Especially after WrestleMania with Pat and Snoop. Okay. And then I done heard a couple Raws with Truth and Pat. So like the two of them, you can throw Booker T in there too, to be honest with you. Throw Booker T, add Cole, okay. We got a hilarious and a good time right there. Okay, for commentating. Them 5 right there. Okay. And then so then after that it was okay, so the Andrade thing that cooked. And then then they showed the promo with the Stormiest duo, okay? Jade and Bianca, okay? They looked great, okay? So it was like they were doing one dialogue, reading from one dialogue, but they was cutting the camera in and out. But at one point, my brain went, they're saying it as if they're saying it to themselves and each other. So I don't know if it was supposed to be meant like that. But then I was like, they're saying it as in, like at one point in time, I think when she was like, lost his build character or something like that, she said. And I was like, I feel like after this might be the end of the Stormiest duo. Because I don't know. I was like, it sounded a little, we might be going singles. I ain't say heels turn, okay? Because everybody that break up ain't got to be a heel turn, okay? Because Ludwig and Gunther ain't no heel turn. They just broke off separate ways. And then when Gunther need him, he right there, okay? Same kind of with, I'm going to say maybe KO and Sammy when he didn't turn on him. So, I don't know. Trying to think of another group that's broken up that it was like really not no hard feelings towards, and like not no heel type situation. But my brain is not thinking about that. Like I can't. So I saw my guy's door closed playing his game because he quiet today. So then it was the last match. First of all, I am so happy. Y'all know I'm for the girls. That it was Nia versus Michin, and they were main eventing SmackDown. Okay? Once upon a time, when I was little, that was not a thing. That's why when Trish came, it was like, y'all should be saying thank you, Trish, because I was the first woman to main event Raw. And I was like, dang. Because I'm like, when you little, you just enjoy the show and stuff, not realizing that certain people are making history. At the same time, be like, that don't seem that long ago. Because it was good about 27 years ago. But I'm like, but at the same time, that was long ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? So for like us to be doing that now, and I love the fact that we're wrestling. You know what I'm saying? And I always say, in the past 2 years, that most of the PLEs, the women's match has been better. And it's not just because I'm here for the girls, okay? It's because they've been better, okay? Because the soul, like, especially, case in point, Survivor Series, everything. Every year, both the men and the women cook, okay? Last year before last, the women cooked. Like, that match was, it was good. Nikki was a little off, but that was her character. But that was a good match. And what put the icing on the cake for the men's match is because of the Jay and Sammy thing. But even this year, you know what I'm saying? Like, outside of Randy coming back, I feel like the women had a better match. Just like in Money in the Bank, I would say it was a close tie. Okay? Close tie. Now, for WrestleMania 39, Charlotte and Rhea still had the best match that night. Outside of the tag team match that Street Profits and stuff was in, like the best matches of them 2 nights, them were the 2 best matches of that night. I ain't gonna hold you. Okay? I'm gonna, like, if you rewatch some of these matches after the anticipation of like the what do I want to say, after like the hypeness dies down for certain matches still hold up. Like my son and I, we watched last month that Hell in a Cell match with the New Day and Usos. That's his favorite match to watch. I promise it. It probably is. It gotta be. Okay? Because every couple months he wants to watch it. But like certain matches like that, even if you watch it years later, you be like, dang, that was a good match. Okay? Like the TLC match, the first one. Like I showed my son the I think I showed him the Undertaker versus Mankind match. Like it's certain matches you be like, dang, that match still hold up. Okay? That Charlotte and Rhea match was everything. You hear me? You hear me? Rhea been doing her thing. Okay? The Rhea match versus Becky match was alright, but I feel like it would have been better if Becky wasn't sick. Okay? That Rhea versus Liv match was good. Not just because of the ending, but she popped her shoulder out of her socket and then popped it back in. That was crazy as hell. Like, I was in awe at the same time, but I was like, ugh. Like it's certain matches like that. You be like, dang, that was a good match. Okay, like playing back on it. Okay, like all the yeah, you know. Okay, so then just like when the women came out, I was for the girls. I said, this match is gonna be everything. I feel like it's gonna cook. I said because every time Nia main events a Raw or a SmackDown, her match is cooked. I said when she and I was there in person, wrestled at the her versus Becky at the Last Man Standing match. Listen, that match is so good. I had to come home and watch it again on TV because I was like, that was crazy as hell. Like that match was everything, and I knew it was gonna be a bomb match. First of all, Nia looked good. Okay, hair done, makeup on point, gear was cute. Okay, Michin come out looking like, okay, she's ready for business. She looked like she came straight off the street, literally. Like the hood had the bandana, the cut up jeans, okay, and had the shopping cart with the trash cans and the kendo sticks in it. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. And I was like, I'm so proud of her to be one of the women main eventing a SmackDown. Like, Michin is so dope. Like when she came back, I think she came back in 2022. They debuted her, and I didn't know who she was because y'all know I didn't know a lot of who the wrestlers were. And then she still been called Maya Yim, and then she had the black and the blue, and I was like, she is so pretty. Came out, was doing some of the stuff, and at first I was like, why y'all not like showcasing her? Like, she is awesome. But the fact that she's been showcased now, and then sometimes she be on NXT, like she be doing her thing. So that match was everything, okay? And then I was surprised. First of all, that fire extinguisher thing was crazy, okay? Because I was like, she gets some of that in her eye. Nia was down for a while, okay? And she set up table all low, late. I was like, she gonna get put through this table, Michin. She ended up putting Nia through the table, okay? And when she came put Nia through the table, Tiff come out with the briefcase. So I'm like, is she cashing in or is she helping? So I think she hits Michin with or she tries to cash in. She hits Michin with the briefcase, and then I think she tries to cash in again because the first time she tried to, Michin tried to, and Nia saw her, so then she went back to go fighting her. So then she's going to get into the corner and do the prettiest moonsault ever. And then Bailey comes out. And I'm like, oh, snap. Bailey runs out. They singing, Bailey wants you, my girl. She runs over the thing. Her foot gets caught. Bailey chases her off. Then Nia Samoan drops Michin through the table. I said, that is crazy. Okay. Then she puts the trash can on her head. I call it the Yoko drop. I forgot what he used to call it. And does the annihilator on her. And I said, that's all she wrote right there. Then she pinned her. And that was it. And then she was so pissed. She kept hitting her. And I said, and it was like, Cole said something like, she must be pissed still because she thought Tiffany was going to cash in on her. But Cole was funny because when Nick came out, he said, I like Nick. He said he a manager to take charge. And I was crying because I was like, and I said, that's one of the reasons why Nick is my favorite GM too. And he said, because basically, like, Pierce, it be running muck over there. And I said, that man, they be having Pierce stressed out, okay? They come out and tell him what the hell they want to do. They be trying to snitch on him. And he tell them no, they still do it anyway. Like, he's like, he got control. I said, okay. Like, I was like, that is crazy. He do though. Like, and then I'm like, and it's no shade. I was just genuinely asking, like, his shoulders big? Like, he got broad shoulders because I have broad shoulders. Or is he just big like that? Because when he wears suits and Wade look good in the wine color, he always looked like huge. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, and I know he used to wrestle. I know basically everybody that worked for WWE that's not just straight from corporate either tried out and was terrible, so they became like a backstage commentator or ring announcer, or they got injured real bad, or they used to work wrestle and they retired, or something like that. Except for, I think, Cole. He had a couple matches, but he didn't come in as a wrestler. But I'm like, he big as hell. He looked like if he wanted to put on some Spanx or whatever they call wrestling gear and go out in the ring today, he could still go out and be in shape. That's what Nick looked like. That's what it gives me. Okay. But Smackdown was like awesome. Okay. Then Monday, LWO come out for the Judgment Day. Daggone Ray basically told Dom that you was a bigger man when you was with Rhea. And then Dom tried to come back and was like, I ain't never defeat you when I was with Rhea. He's like, you had some cojones when you was with Rhea. Like, now you all soft and talking about chicken nuggets and all that. I'm like, don't a grown man call that that? Like, I've never in my life. Never in my life. Okay? So then LWO fights Judgment Day. And of course, you know Judgment Day cheats and they win. So then the Terror Twins come out and cause havoc. I can't remember if it was this week or last week when Rhea finally caught Liv. And then something happened. And they ended up but that's the match I'm looking forward to, is that mixed tag match. Okay? Because I want to know what the hell going on. Okay? Of course I want to see KO and Cody. And I really like and then how many matches are there? Because there's Randy and Gunther. Oh, that strap match. And then it's most of the PLE people. Then it's a tag match with the women. And then it's KO and Cody. And it's the mixed tag team. So this PLE is basically all Raw, except for Cody's match and then the Stormiest duo being from SmackDown. The rest of the matches are all Raw matches. Okay? So then Damage Control fights Team 48. What's the name? Pure Fusion Collective. That name is weird. but it's a name like that of a tag team or 3-person thing on I think NXT like that. And I was like, why did y'all name? Okay, Damage Control ends up winning. And really, are we really still calling them Damage Control? It's 2 of them. Then we call them the Pirate Princesses. Isn't that what their name used to be? We might as well just call them that until Asuka or Dakota come back. Because, like, they not really Damage Control. It ain't 4 of them. It ain't even 3. If it's 3, we can still call them Damage Control. It's just 2. Okay? And we praying that neither one of them get injured. Okay? Okay. Also on SmackDown, they showed like all of like the tours thus far, and I was like, "Oh, Dragunov is good. He's wrestling," which I'm happy about. And then I was like, AJ Styles been doing all of these tours for overseas, and I was like, "Cause he ain't really been on TV," which I'm not mad at. Like I'm not mad at him not being on TV because when the time comes and they write him something, then he could be back on TV. I know he probably likes touring overseas, even though he's away from his family because a lot of his time wrestling was like in Japan. So I get that. I just wonder, my greedy tail's like, what does the food taste like there? What does the candy taste like there? Because I'm a big sweets person. Okay. What does the candy taste like there, right there? Do y'all go out to like clubs or the bars? Like what's the ambiance like there? Okay. And what are the hotels like there? Like, yeah, they might have a Hilton or something, but because of their different countries and they have like different traditions stuff, it might be different. Like the experience might be different. Also, with this Gunther versus Randy match, since it's gonna be in Germany, like, are we gonna have like a German type wrestling match? I don't know what their matches are like. You know what I'm saying? If they have a different set of rules or something like that. Like, are we gonna have that? Like when they was in Mexico, they had like a couple lucha matches. That makes sense. I was just wondering. Okay. So then we had they had the video of Bo Dallas, which I don't even remember. I don't know. I didn't even watch it. Like what the hell I was doing? I think I was putting making sure my son was getting into bed in between that time. So I didn't really catch some of this. And that's why I probably also didn't do a whole video by itself. Cause I'm like, the last 2 weeks I haven't really caught. But from what I gathered and what I saw, this past Monday was definitely better than last Monday. And I wasn't the only person that thought that. Okay. So then Drew comes out and does his promo. So I'm on Twitter and stuff like that, watching and tweeting. And everybody's like, go to IG, go to IG. Punk's IG is live. And I'm like, what the hell? So I log into IG, look on his eye, and you could see like the ring. So I'm like, he got the camera out like this. And I said, this man is under the ring. Like that is a different type of social media stalking right there. Okay? Because normally when, like, before now, Drew was a social media champ. This man would respond and say whatever to whatever post WWE or whatever he thought came to mind. I was like, he is a menace. Okay? I'm here for it. Punk going live on Instagram and then being under the ring was crazy. Like, that was like, I was like, what? Talking about this strap match. So if Punk win this match, they're going to be 1-1. They're going to have a tiebreaker. Okay? I don't know how long this feud is going to last until Seth come back. I feel like when Seth come back, it's going to be him and Punk. I also feel like it's going to be, yeah, I think it's going to be him and Punk. Okay? Also, they was talking about on SmackDown how University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, the HBCU, which I am here for all HBCUs because I went to one, did its the band played Cody's intro song, and I had retweeted it, and I'm like, you would love this if you used to go to a HBCU, if you are a wrestling fan, if you are a HBCU band lover, just anybody would love this. But that's the question I had last week that I forgot to ask. So since we're doing certain colleges for these tag belts, are we also hitting HBCUs? And I say that because a lot of the wrestling people are black or of color. And let me tell you something. If you get a belt, okay, that says something like my school says North Carolina A&T, and it's a tag, and it's a wrestling belt, you know how many, that thing will sell out in hours. You hear me? One thing black people gonna do, especially us that go to HBCUs, is support anything that represents our HBCU. And I'm telling you that based off experience. Our homecoming is October 19th. Tickets went on sale. Okay, it's the same time as Howard University's homecoming. We always have like rivalries against whose homecoming is better. Their Centennial homecoming, our homecoming. When I tell you that game sold out in hours, as soon as I found out the tickets went on sale, I went online. It was like, before I even went online, it was like, it's sold out. I said, God dang. Like, when I tell y'all, get belts that have HBCUs on it. FAMU, Bethune-Cookman, Howard, Hampton, A&T, like the big ones, and you can work your way to the small ones. Jackson State, Grambling. Grambling State. I'm sorry, I might not have said that right. Jackson State, Savannah State. Okay, shoot. Anyone else, all of them, if you want to. Winston State, Central, whatever. Okay, telling you they will sell out. I'm telling you. You know how many people will come to their homecomings with a wrestling belt around their waist, with a drink in one hand and a wrestling belt on their shoulder? This would have been the time to do it, to have it out before next month. And even if y'all brought it out like next week, I don't know how long it takes to get the logistics together for you to get the guarantee to use the logo. I don't know how much you might got to pay the people out to do this, okay? But I'm telling you right now, y'all will make a coin, okay? Just saying, okay? Then it was the triple IC tourney match between Kofi, Karen, and Jay. Yeah, I remember that. I didn't think Kofi was going to win. I anticipated Jay was going to win. I honestly thought Karrion winning would be better. And I only say that because I like him. And a lot of people do like him. And they was like, they wish his persona would make us be more attached to him, which I feel like that. I feel like him winning the IC tourney would have gave his a little oomph to his thing, other than him just being a disruptor without a title or a chance at a title. He don't got to win the title. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying him winning the match in order to get a closer step to the title would have been what it was. Okay? So then Randy does his promo and talking about how he's going to be a 15-time champion. I don't believe that at all. Okay? I believe after tomorrow, Gunther is still going to be champion because I feel like Randy's passing the torch. Also, I feel like Gunther is going to keep that championship warm until Seth comes back. Okay, that interview with Seth and Cole, he said the only person has not fought modern that would be his dream match currently is Gunther. And he wants his title back. Okay, because Drew messed that up. Okay, so it wasn't Drew that messed it up? Yeah. So either way, he's coming back for that title. Okay? And honestly, Gunther being a title holder, it brings prestige to the title. It'll be weird to see him not with the title because he's had IC title since I've been watching. So it'll be kind of weird, just like when it was kind of weird for me to get used to Bianca without a title around on her for like the Raw Women's title. But I feel the same way about Seth. And he had his a little bit over a year, but and Seth actually lives up to the title. Like the matches be fire. He's one of the best in the promo department in my opinion. Now Gunther done put some stank on his promos, so he crawling up there. But for a while, it's always been for me it's always been Seth, Woods, Montez, Miz, and God dang, who's the fifth one? I always be missing somebody. And it don't be on purpose because I be sitting there trying to say it off the top of my head. I'll think of it later because I'll be and LA Knight. So yeah, Santos was working his way up to the top 5. Gunther with his promos when Gunther is doing a promo with someone in his face, or when he has a match coming up against somebody, promos be killer. Other than that, him talking about the reign general and him keeping the title, all that, like that don't be. But and Logan Paul is good on the mic too. I ain't gonna hold you. Melo's gotten way better because when they wanted him to become main roster last year, I was like, he not ready. Not as far as ring skills, but I'm like, promo skills, he's not. And that's in my opinion. I'm just saying, like, and he was like, he'll go wherever he wants to go. And I'm not saying that because Carmelo was one of my favorites on NXT. I'm just saying everybody has improved, which you should in your profession. Especially if it's something that you love to do and you're studying the craft and you're trying to get better because you want to be the best and you want to stay around for a long time and you want to be eligible for probably getting titles and stuff like that. Like, I feel like everyone should level up. No one in life should be in the same position they were last year. Not in your job, not in your relationship, not in your personal growth. Like, I don't feel, if you are, you might need to seriously sit down and reevaluate your life because it's never not a need to grow in any area. So that's not a dig. I'm just saying. But my favorite match of the night. Okay, first before I get to that, Miz and Xavier lose to Pete Dunne. And my son was like, Pete won. And I said, I know. Pete won. Like, Pete is my guy. He do the finger thing, even when he's called Butch or whatever. Uncle had Howdy versus Chad. I don't even remember who won that. But my match was Braun Strowman versus Bronson Reed. And I've been saying since like last month and a half, I said I need Bronson versus Braun Strowman, or Braun Breaker versus Braun Strowman, or Bronson Reed versus Braun Breaker, or a triple threat. I ain't saying that, okay? I finally got one of them on Monday. And when I tell you that could have been the main event of Raw, I know Bo and the White Six and all of that is what they are, and that's why they main evented Raw. But low-key, they could have been the second to last match because that Braun versus Braun match could close out the show. When I tell you, listen, okay? First of all, and then they compared the two. Like when you watch a fight, and I was like, ooh. Then, so I said, I wonder if Bronson Reed can lift up a car like Braun Strowman. Then when he suplexed him in a Cadillac, first of all I said, whose Cadillac is that? Okay? So I'm like, nah, that's a prop. Somebody gonna be paying for that. Okay? The insurance, okay? Second of all, what the hell? Because I'm like, I think homeboy just came back from back injury or neck injury. I'm like, and you just put this man through a car. So if this don't start if he come back on Monday, if Braun Strowman is okay, right, to come out next Monday, and he comes out next Monday, ooh, it's gonna be a problem. I'm literally got chills just now saying that. And the only other person that he will have to come up is Braun Breaker if he injured, or bring Dragunov back. Okay? Because Andrade, like I said, versus Carmelo is surely like Braun Breaker and Dragunov against each other. But Dragunov versus Bronson Reed could be a thing too. Okay? Just saying. Like, that match was everything. People was like, it was crazy. I was like, I've been trying to tell y'all. Because somebody said, Oh, someone's like, I hope they don't break the ring like the Big Show did. I said, y'all remember watching, I think it was Smackdown on Raw, and they didn't break it, like the ring ain't collapsed, but somebody went through the ring. I was like, oh, was I bugging? Like, did I dream it or did that really happen? And I was like, I think that's happened. But, the Mandela effect, people been talking about for like the past couple months, been really playing with us, because sometimes we think certain stuff happened and it really ain't happened. Or certain stuff did happen, and then, companies and media be trying to act like we lying. So, I don't know, but I just can't wait until tomorrow. I for sure can't wait till Monday. I don't know what the hell is going to happen. I hope Braun Strowman is okay. I hope Brock Reed is okay. If that feud continues, I am here for it. Okay? That's the main reason why I want to watch Monday. Okay? Between that and the results of that mixed tag match, that is the reason why. Okay? Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow after I make the thing for Bash at Brilla. Hopefully I won't forget that it starts at 1, because last time I forgot and started watching it at 5 and ended up watching everything all late and stuff like that. And I'm gonna set my phone, because last time I legit forgot and was watching it like I was watching it like it came on at a regular time and still went to bed late. But yeah, so be blessed because you are blessed. And yep. I'm about to get ready. Should probably go to bed because I'm tired. All right. Bye.